1974. We just heard Feel Good from the Luv Locz Experiment here on the WZRD Chicago's home for Freeform since 1974. And we've got Phil and Javez joining us. I think we got Chris joining us too, if I'm not mistaken. Should we wait for him and play one more song, guys, or should we just go ahead and start up our convo?
We can start up the convo. How you doing, Miss?
Let me give you a view of me. Here we go. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good.
Good. Yes.
I'm from Ohio.
All the way from
Hey,
Ohio.
what's up,
I love
Chicago?
it. And you're from Chicago, Phil?
No, I said, what's up, Chicago?
Oh, what's up, Chicago? There we go. Let me put these levels right so we can hear everybody. Yes, we can. Awesome. Yeah, what's up, Chicago? We're excited. You guys are coming to Chicago. You've got a couple things you're going to be doing here in Chicago. Why don't you give us a little heads up on what's coming up for you guys?
Yeah, so this coming up weekend, July 11th through the July 13th, we will be coming to the Windy City for a weekend of festivities. July 11th, we will be performing at the 32nd Annual Festival of Life down at Washington Park. We will be hitting the stage, the main stage, about 6 o'clock. So if you guys are available and out and about, definitely want to check out the Festival of Life. Not only us, but it's a lot of great other artists on the bill. I think Elephant Man is actually headlining that particular event. It's a Caribbean festival. It's our first time playing there, so it's super dope. Shout out to Martin International putting that event together. And then on Saturday, we're going to be doing a few promo things, got a few radio interviews and live performances down at the I think the Riverwalk. Shout out to Matt Hatter. She's been really helping us put things together. Oh, also Rag Tribe of Chicago. And then August 13th. I'm sorry, August. July the 13th, which is a Sunday, we're going to be over at the Wild Hare for an event called the Reggae on the Rooftop. And we're going to be rocking out with another band from Tampa by the name of Akiva. So it's like a double header. So it's going to be a great weekend, you know. So, yeah, tap in with us.
Yeah, we're really excited to check out the brand new Wild Hare. It's been a staple in Chicago for years, and this new venue is going to be, just from what I'm hearing, a really cool location, a rooftop that's totally different than the old place. So that's exciting to be outside. Have you guys played the Wild Hare before, in the old location, or is this your first time?
Yeah, last time we were in Chicago, we actually played the Wild Hare at the spot. It was, I guess this was like 2 years ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played there, and then we reached back out once we decided we were gonna make a run in that particular area, and he was like, yeah, let's do it. So
I
doing
love
it
it.
again,
Do it
and we're
again.
excited
Come on
about
out.
it. We hear that it's in like a busy area, Fulton area. So really excited for that.
Yes, it is a huge busy area, and what's cool is I was actually there enjoying some food on a patio recently, and a girl came up, beautiful curly hair, and dropped your flyer right on my table, and I felt
Oh
like,
wow.
wow, like this is cool. Like I'm excited for this new venue, but I'm also excited about street promotions. I think that's clutch. Is that something that you guys try to hone in on? Is trying to promote your shows, and that's you got a big collective of people, so you guys all have to work together to make this happen, right?
For sure. Shout out to Rebecca of Rag Tribe. That's who dropped that flyer.
Right.
That's
Um,
her, right?
yeah, we've been working together on this particular run, and it's been great to link up with like-minded individuals. Because street marketing is it's like almost a forgotten art in some spaces. People forget how potent it can be when when you add that on to all of the other marketing strategies when you're trying to get the word out. But that sometimes that bill hand to hand, sometimes that be the best way to really get the word out. So we try to cover with all angles, and with us being a big collective, it definitely plays into our advantage when it comes to covering a lot of ground. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's I think you're right. It's like a lost art, but it's a beautiful thing. And I heard about you guys from a friend of mine in Dayton, Ohio. And to see that come to my table like that was like a good like reminder, like, oh, this is coming up. And people around us too were saying, oh wow, Wild Hare's over here. Like it's a big deal to kind of get that street work going. So I'm glad to have met Rebecca in a very quick way, but I hope to meet her again soon. I'm glad she's helping you guys out. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Right.
introduce who's here with us right now. Javez, you've been speaking, talking. Tell us what your part of the band is, and then we'll go to Phil and then to Chris.
Javez Funk Rasta. I am the creative director of the Luv Locz Experiment, also owner of the Luv Locz Experiment LLC, and also one of the lead singers. And yeah, it's here to hold a pillar in the tribe and in the community to bring forth some good energy and positive vibes. Yes, sir.
Thank you. How about you, Phil? Tell us what you do in the band.
I am the trumpet player, so I'm basically like the horn section leader. For a while, it was just me playing horns in the band, kind of when we first started, and now we've sort of added more horns. So it's usually at least another horn, sometimes three. So yeah, I hold down the horn section.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. And then is it Matthew or is it Chris? Do I have your name right?
It's Matthew.
Oh my goodness. Okay, got you. Matthew, tell us about what you
I
do.
don't think Chris made it on yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
No,
Chris is.
Chris, I think he's still
Yeah.
working on it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, tell us,
But
Matthew. Tell us about what your role is and maybe how long you've been with the band.
I've been with the band for almost 2 years now. I'm one of the newer members. I play keys and violin. I'm also the resident sound engineer for the band.
Cool, very cool. So you're doing sound while you're on stage. How does that work?
Very carefully.
I like
I
it.
uh,
I like it.
I run a loop back to my ear so I can hear what's going on out front, and then basically just use my little iPad to run everything from kind of behind the scenes there.
That's amazing. I love that that's a possibility these days that we can actually like use the iPad to do sound and be able to kind of be anywhere in the room and be able to manipulate it, be able to hear it and change it in real time. And then for you to be able to do it while you're playing. Yeah, you've got skills, boy. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that
The
with us.
technology has come a long way.
It has, it has. Well, it sounds like you guys all wear many hats and you guys all love this project so much. Jay, tell us why you started it and what it's kind of about. What's the like main intention of the Luv Locz experiment?
uh, yes. Well, back in 2020, oh no, 2015, me and my brother, um, Saxtone Arrington, who was the saxophone player for a legendary band from Ohio called Zap. Um, we were just sitting around. We had been playing with different music. He's like more rooted in jazz. I'm actually an MC before I'm anything else. So I started out rapping and doing poetry, and then just wanting to expand into my artistry, just looking into different things. I eventually picked up the guitar and started doing more things vocally. Um, so and adding those things, and in that process of just wanting to explore those things, we just kind of like started looking at different projects that had came before us and that we thought were like really cool and really innovative. And we just wanted to take some of the things that we like to do and put them together. So it started out with me really like being drawn to reggae and it being more of a spiritual thing than anything else. and wanting to like really learn more about the culture. And yeah, it's just just sitting in it for a minute, like coming from an MC and just like finding that music and then like wanting to explore it. But it's like you can't do it like you did it before. You got to do it different. And then, you know, as I started to explore like live music, I also started looking into our roots around the Dayton, Ohio area, and in the southern Ohio area, and noticed took a just a observation of the music, the funk music, and knowing that that's kind of prominent in the area where we're from, and wanting just to take those two influences and put them together, as well as neo soul and hip hop and jazz and all the other influences, and just started building from there. And what it has turned into is something really beautiful because of the message that the music brings forth and the vibes that it brings. It really becomes like a community based thing, and it's been embraced by the whole community. So we're really proud of that. So it's kind of what it's rooted in.
That's beautiful. That's what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about love and bringing people together, and then also bringing good music to people. I love the idea of Caribbean funk. I I love reggae music, and I love kind of mixing this all together. So you guys proudly call your genre-defying style Caribbean funk. Tell us more about that and what people can expect when they come July 13th to the Wild Hare.
For sure. So we actually call it raw funk music, but to the world, until they catch on, Caribbean funk may be a little bit more expansive in their ability to comprehend the new thing that they may not have ever heard before. Um, so yeah, you're gonna get a little bit of island vibes. You ain't gonna get a little bit, you're gonna get all the island vibes and all of the messages that come along with high vibrational music. Um, and when you think about reggae, you think about one love, you think about funk, you think about keep it on the one, and you realize they ain't too far away from each other, you know. And then you come to a Luv Locz show, and then your feet get to moving, and your shoulders get to jumping. You say, "Oh, okay, this is what it's all about." So yeah, it's about having a good time, with everything that's going on in the world. It's important for us to love on ourselves and consume high vibrational things, high vibrational foods, high vibrational messages, high vibrational conversations. So that's what we're about. We're putting that into the atmosphere. So come and get your dose of high vibration at the Luv Locz shows this weekend coming. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, the 13th on the rooftop. You already have high vibrations just from the sunshine and the people, but then you've got a band that's literally living and rooting in raising your vibrations. And you're right, you got to eat high vibrational foods. You got to talk about high vibrational things, and then you become on a higher vibration, correct?
Right.
So that's beautiful. It's not just a band that's playing your music. You guys are also a band that's trying to raise people's vibrations, which I think most bands do. But you're making that a point. That's a part of the goal of this band, which I really like. Um, Tell me, Phil, how long have you been in the band, and what is it that you love about being in this band?
Oh wow. Man, I've been in the band I think since like 2017, 2018. So what's that? Like 7, 8 years, like going on something like that. I think what I like the most about it is definitely the variety of styles we play. Like, I mean, you just played Feel Good, that's kind of in the jazz realm, and then we got all this stuff that's in the reggae realm too. We play funk songs too, like all over the place. So I just love sharing a wide variety of music with everybody.
That's great. I mean, it's not always that every band you get to share all those different genres and be able to enjoy them. What was some of the music that you listened to growing up, Phil, that kind of makes it exciting to be in this band?
Um, I've listened to a lot of music, man. I guess I listened to a lot of hip hop growing up, and then got into all types of styles, like a lot of R&B, jazz too when I was younger. Now I'm getting into way more like funk and fusion type of stuff. So yeah, like I listen to a lot of different styles of music. So it's really cool that this band can kind of incorporate all of that into one thing that we give to everybody.
That's sweet. I love that. We're a freeform station here, so we try to do 5 to 6 genres an hour, which is so much fun. It may not be like what commercial radio does, but it's awesome to go from bluegrass to funk to hip hop to jazz to, just keeping it fresh. And so it's fun when I find bands that do that within their shows. It's
Right
really,
on.
yeah. Matthieû, tell us about Dayton, Ohio. Tell me about what it's like, what the music scene is like there.
Oh, it's a very diverse music scene here in Dayton. You see everything. I work with a couple other bands as well, and it's just a huge music scene here. Very huge music scene.
Nice.
Um, the funk scene, of course, was pretty much born here. So, uh, yeah, definitely love it. Get a lot of opportunities to work with a lot of awesome people like Vez and Phil and everybody else from the band. It's a very, very cool.
I love that. And you say funk was born there. What do you mean? How was funk born in Dayton, Ohio?
Vez would be able to speak on that a little better than I can because everything I know about it, I learned from him.
I like it. I like it. Passing the torch. We go around and
Passing the
around.
torch.
Yeah, tell us, Jabez, why is Dayton, Ohio known for some of the funk music?
Well, I think it had a lot to do with back before I got here. And I'm just a historian. I didn't live during these years. But from my understanding and just from my upbringing and what I know is that there was an influx of music. There was an influx of musicians here because of the great musical programs that was here in the 70s, 60s, especially on the west side of Dayton. And what that turned into is a lot of bands happening in the garages and things. They you hear stories about where you could ride down the west side of Dayton and hear bands on almost every block in the garage practicing, And what comes of that is they have these yearly things called Battle of the Bands, and just imagine going to the Battle of the Bands and seeing Ohio players, Lakeside, Zappin' Roger, Heat Wave, all of these different bands. We have a total of 16 bands from Dayton, Ohio, that has charted on the top 100s during the 70s and 80s, and probably in the 90s too. So I mean, it's probably the most from any other one particular city when it
Wow.
comes to funk music. So we are known as the land of the funk capital. The Funk Museum is in Dayton, Ohio. Everybody from and to speak not only to Dayton but also to Southern Ohio specifically, a little bit up in Cleveland and Columbus as well, because they a little funky up there too. But specifically Cincinnati and um, Dayton are single-handedly responsible for what we know as funk. Because when you think about funk, a lot of times you think about James Brown. But before it was called funk music, it was called James Brown music. James Brown is really the architect at the grassroots of funk, if you will. But he developed his sound at a place called King Records, which is in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is where he found Bootsy Collins. And Bootsy Collins is the articulator of funk music, which what took on the name once it handed down to Parliament, which is George Clinton, which is also from Cincinnati. So this whole area is just funky. It's just funky. So
Wow, I had no idea. Thank you for walking us down through that because funk is one of my favorite things in the world. And if I knew it was just so close to home, there's a funk museum in Dayton, Ohio. Like I didn't know that.
It is. They're getting up. It's a 503c. They're putting it together. They've been grassrooting it for the last few years. I think they found the home in Trotwood, Ohio, which is a sister city to Dayton.
Cool.
And We'll be rolling out massively in the next couple of years. So you're on the lookout. I mean, they got all kind of artifacts and different things that it's going to be an interactive center and things. At least that's what I'm hearing. So I'm really
Oh, that's
excited
cool.
for that
That's really
because
Mhm.
cool.
yeah,
Are you,
we kind of
are you
we're kind of
guys, did you go
leading
ahead?
in that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you go ahead. Oops, sorry, there we go. You go ahead.
Yeah, I just was saying I'm excited for it because we're kind of leading in that direction. As far as just being the next up to put our own stamp on how funk has influenced us. So I'm excited to see Dayton
I love that.
get it in that light. So
That's great. Yeah, when I visited Dayton, I enjoyed the scene there a lot. The music scene, the food scene, the people scene, just the outdoors. Um, Definitely a place I'd like to get back to. And yeah, when I look it up now and I see all these different bands, like you said, Ohio Players, Zap, so many other bands that are from this area that I didn't even realize. And it kind of, it's a funky place. So I like that you guys are embracing the funk along with the Caribbean sounds, the reggae sounds, the jazz, all of that. If we were to come to one of your shows and you guys might play a cover for us, what would we maybe hear? Like, what would somebody maybe hear from you that's a song they might know?
I'm gonna let Matthieû answer that one. Cash back.
Oh man, we got a lot of Marley tunes for sure. A lot of Marley
Cool.
tunes. Roots rock reggae.
Don't,
Um,
hey,
could you
don't
be
tell them.
the
Just tell them.
with the you're gonna hear some Marley. You're gonna hear some um
We done Rick James covers before.
yeah.
Wow.
Who
We got
Mason
oh,
Beverly, we've done them
Mason Miller.
before.
what's the Chris Stapleton?
Yep.
Yep.
What? You've done Chris Stapleton cover?
Sorry,
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
drawing a blank there on the name.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
uh, Obviously, Ohio Players, Parliament. Yeah, we cover a lot. Bobby Caldwell.
Yep.
Yeah,
I love it. Well, tell me, in addition to your covers, you have some amazing original music. And the latest record is Strange Fruit. Is that the most recent?
correct.
I love it. It's a really good album. Tell us more about the creation of that record, and whoever wants to speak on it can go for it.
Phil, you want to speak on it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like how we came about with this is everybody in the band kind of came with like a foundation for a song. So like a lot of us just came with like some chord changes, just kind of a basic idea of something that we thought was groovy. You know, we like this. Let's see what we can do with it. And then Vez and Onyx, the other lead singer, they took it and really wrote lyrics to it. And then from there, we kind of all collaborated and turned it into songs. So a lot of these songs, like it started with like one member of the band coming up with an idea, and then all of us collaborated together and created this.
I love that. I love that. And how many records do you guys have out total now?
Album or projects. We have two projects out over a span of 10 years. Should be more. We have a few singles out there as well that aren't attached to projects. They're just like out on mixtapes. But we do have another project set to drop in 2026. So
Ooh. Well, you guys put
uh,
out a lot of content. You guys put out, I'm seeing like your Monday sessions and the Tiny Desk concert from this year that you guys did was really cool. Like, there's a lot of fun stuff on YouTube as well. So, even though you just have the two major projects, you guys are putting out content. You're showing up and you're playing these songs, and they're good songs. They're very good songs. So I love that everybody had a part in it. How many members are in this band at this time?
so we have a total of 15 members, including singer or dancers, and back. I don't even like to call them background vocalists because we're like everybody in the band can literally lead if they wanted to. So I don't even like to use the word band, right? We're a collective, right? Because band and band leaders and all these things, like everyone's a leader in this band, and which in this collective, which I really, which is really like an anomaly, and um, could be hard to navigate if you didn't have the right energies and right characteristics in the room. So it's like very important, like communication to be open and things of that nature when you are working with such um, um, talented individuals, and everybody has it. And that was why it was important to really do Strange Fruit like that, because our first album, I pretty much had wrote and came up with most of the material because it was around a time where we were kind of like putting the thing together, and we were just doing most of the songs that I was doing because I didn't necessarily want to come off as a cover band. I wanted to make sure it was rooted in original music, and we would play with some originals, but I mean some covers, but we would make sure we always made them our own. So with the Strange Fruit project, recognizing all of the talent in the room, it was like, okay, we all got different styles. You know, you come up with a groove, then you come up with a groove. Everybody came with one groove, and whatever groove that was, we didn't say no, we don't like that groove. No, we just added to it. The writers wrote to that particular project, and that's why we call it. You know, that's where we get the name Strange Fruit. And um, you know, R.I.P. to our sister Nisi, who played the keys on there. She actually sung the song "Strange Fruit" by Billie Holiday on that as a reference to that, and it actually came out before she got to hear it. So you know, it was so that project is very special to us. Yeah.
It sounds very special. I mean, the music itself is very special. Some of the songs that I listened to, I was really just taken aback by because I really just enjoyed them. I just felt like they meant something to me and they meant something to others. Energy Up, I think, is one of them. Is that one of the tunes?
Yeah, yeah, energy up.
Tell me about that song because that song is doing things that's not just making me feel good because the music sounds good. It's actually helping me to do better, I think. Tell me about that song.
Wow, that's beautiful to hear. Um, energy. I feel like I'm super close to the screen. Is my face like really big?
No.
I'm pretty close too. Don't worry. You look fine. You look like
No, you look fine.
you're
Hey,
on a beach somewhere. You're good.
hey, I'm actually at a clean out. I'm working. You know,
Oh,
so
okay.
beach would be nicer. No, so Energy Up was a very very special song. We actually recorded that song in Kingston, Jamaica, at Tough Gong Studios. Um, a few of us went to Jamaica last year. Yeah, last year we spent about 3 months in Jamaica, and we linked up with the Mama Warriors of Trenchtown. Big up to Ice Cincy Ma and all of the Mama Warriors. And from there, we wrote the tune. We wrote the tune while we were there. Um, they uh, they called in a few of their musicians. Now, the Mama Warriors are a Nyabingi group who was rooted into Trenchtown Rastafarian culture, uh, like like very well known in Kingston and throughout Jamaica. Um, so they came through and they added the vibes, and then we added our vibes, and that's kind of where we just was kind of feeding off of the energy in which we were feeling while we were in Jamaica and what we were like feeling we needed to say to our people at that time. We just was like letting it just come through us when we were writing, and those lyrics we can't take credit for. Yeah.
That's very beautiful. It's really cool. It's a good song. It's definitely making me feel connected to you guys, and I like it a lot. I think the whole album is really good. What brought you guys to Jamaica, did you say? And did you say 3 months?
Yeah. So for me, you know, everybody went for their own reasons, and it wasn't everybody in the group. It was just like three or four of us went. But it was very important for me to go and to understand uh the culture in which I was represented by doing reggae. Because reggae is it's not a plaything. It's not something you just do, and a lot of and we have to be careful because we can like something and not honor it. Pick it up and not honor it. In a real way. So you can talk to people around here and you can watch YouTube videos and you can study and read a book, or you can go to the birthplace of the thing. And that was my sabbatical. So I went to Trenchtown, the home, the home of reggae, and we drunk from the same well. We ate the same food. We breathed the same air. We went to some bingy houses, sat down with some Rastafarians, and just to overstand the culture. And it was a beautiful experience, and I learned a lot about not only the culture, but I learned a lot about myself and why I'm tied to um, the Rastafarian culture and Jamaica. Man, Jamaica is just like you know, it's an easy thing, man. Jamaica is got things going on here. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good. I'm excited for to go there one day. I've never been to Jamaica. Did you go, either of you two, Phil or Matthew?
I didn't get a chance to go. No.
No, I
But
wasn't
maybe
able to go either.
maybe in the future. I'm sure it sounds enticing, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
right. They
definitely.
get your passport. We're going again next year.
There you
I was
go.
jealous that they got to go and I wasn't able to because I had things I had to do here back at home, but next time for sure.
100%. Yeah, no, that's amazing. I definitely want to get out there. I was in the Caribbean. I went to like Bahamas, and just seeing that culture and that kind of life is just like, man, I gotta get to Jamaica. I gotta see, like you said, see the birthplace of this music that I love so much, and like you said, overstand, what is going on out there and how to represent that culture. I think that's really cool of you to do that.
Yeah, and not and like I said that, and then also the liberty that is in Jamaica to be able to eat fresh fruit, to eat real. I don't if we haven't visited a Caribbean place or a place in which the food is not processed or is not shipped in, we haven't really eaten real food. And what I learned over there, is that real fish don't taste like fish over here. A real. You never had a mango until you had a mango from Jamaica. So
Right.
because the sun is hitting different, and you have a lot of chemicals, and you don't have, it has its vices. I mean, every place has its struggles and things, but I think that's a if nothing else, it's a reason to go and wanting to experience what true nutrition is, because we put our nutrition on everything outside of you know the one thing that we're putting inside of ourselves on the daily. So yeah, but yeah, get to Jamaica, everybody. You got
It's so true. You're right. I mean, some of the food that I ate in the Caribbean was just so fresh and so good. And even my mom, who's pretty picky, was like, I want more of that Jamaican jerk chicken and I want some of that rice. And I don't even care. I don't know what black eyed peas are, but I like it because it was fresh and it was good. I was impressed.
it's good, you know.
It's true. It's true. What's your guys's and I could ask Matthew this one. What's your I can't think of the word right now. Rehearsals like. Like what do you guys all get together a couple times a month, once a month, or what is it
Uh,
like? And do you get all 15 of you together, or how does that work?
it's every Monday at the very least. Sometimes we'll do two rehearsals a week, depending on what we have coming on. But we start at 6 and we go until we're done.
Wow.
Uh, every week, we do our Mango Mondays thing, usually at the start of rehearsal, and then we go over whatever we need to go over for the week. But yeah, we are a weekly rehearsal, at least, if not more, kind of band.
Nice. And what's the what where are you housed? Like where does 15 people get together?
We have the Luv Locz HQ in Dayton. It's a
Cool.
big, very big, nice building that some of the members actually live there, and then the rest of us, we all just gather there and we get together for our rehearsals there.
I love it. That's amazing. I think it's a big deal to get together and rehearse and actually keep that as a tried and true thing. There's some bands that don't do it as much for whatever reason, and no judgment. But if you can, it comes out in the music. It comes out in those shows, and you can feel that you guys are, listening to each other and playing off each other and enjoying it. So, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
And Phil, tell us a little bit more about what to expect when we come out on the 13th. So we're gonna have Luv Locz Experiment. We've got Akiva. They're from Tampa. Is that what I heard?
Yep, they're from Tampa. Um, Man, we're just gonna bring some energy to you, energy up, right? We just wanna really just do a great job at this festival and at the Wild Hare. So you're gonna hear we're gonna be bringing out all the reggae vibes, maybe some covers that you guys are gonna know. So yeah, really just a whole lot of energy.
I love that. And this festival, International Festival of Life, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, Friday, July 11th. So that's right before the Sunday show. And I've heard great things about that festival as well. And there's a ton of artists on it. So I'm sure that's fun for you guys too, to be able to network with other bands and other people, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
we actually gonna be doing three different sets. So you get because we actually got a ton of music. So it was hard for us to pick, all the music for all the sets. But our set at International Festival Life is a little bit shorter than ours at Wild Hair. So we're gonna do more of our original set at International Festival Life, and then at Wild Hair we're gonna lean into our Bob Marley tribute show. So you got us for a whole weekend, Chicago. Come on, get the top
I
five.
like that. I got you for a whole weekend. I
We
love
want to
it.
see your face in the place.
Yes. Space is the place and your face in the place. I love it. Well, that sounds really cool. I'm super excited to have you guys here in Chicago. And like you said, it's next weekend, right? So it's coming up pretty quick. Um, um, what's the International Festival of Life? Is it like a paid thing? Do you have to pay to get into it? I'm trying to find the information here.
Yes, yeah. There's tickets. Tickets are on sale at the
Oh, here they
International
are.
IOF.com, I believe. Um, there's a link on our website as well if you want to go to the Luv Locz website, LUVLOCZEX.com. All of our shows are there with our ticket links there, including the Wild Hair ticket link and the International Festival Live ticket link.
Wonderful. I love it. I think it's going to be a really good weekend to have you guys in town. It's been beautiful here in Chicago, so I hope you guys get some good weather and it's easy drive over. Love locks. That term is a really cool way to like remind yourself that love locks us together. I was reading. How did you come up with that name? If
That's
anybody's got
right.
an idea on that.
Yeah. So again, me and my brother sitting down brainstorming, trying to come up with a name. At the time, I just started my lock journey, uh, my hair journey, and just paying attention to how the process is of the lock journey and how one strand of hair and a few more strands of hair get together, left untamed, but start to work together to strengthen each other. Um, and that's kind of how the name kind of like just came to be. And then the experiment part was because I didn't want to put us in a box. I wanted to make sure that we were always able to explore and to always be able to try new things, because that's what music is for me. It's an outlet. It's not something that I want to be bogged down to as far as genre specific. And if it is a genre specific, I'll create it. and then I burn that box, and then I'll create another one because that's what we do. We're creators, you know.
I love
um,
that. I love that you kind of make things happen the way you describe things. You take it out of the box. A lot of things that you've said in this interview, it's a collective. It's an experiment. It's all these things. It's not just one thing. And I think that gives you guys a lot of room to move.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like we're playing Detroit, July 19th. We're opening up for Mavis Staples. This
What?
is
I just
this
got
is
to.
R&B, classic R&B, and then we come over to the Wild Hare and do the thing. Then we go over to JD Legends and play a country lineup, but because it's not about the music, it's about the frequency. You
I like
understand me? And if it feel good, then it is good. That's what James Brown said. Yeah.
all comes back to James. Look at that. I love it. You guys are awesome. I'm really stoked for you. That's amazing to have that gig to open up for Mavis Staples, and you've got tons of cool gigs coming up. Like you said, you can be doing different things, and that makes it so it's fun for you guys too. You're not just playing the same tune every time that everybody wants to hear. It's an experiment. There's more stuff to be seen. It's always a surprise for everybody. So, thank you for keeping it real and keeping it fun.
Yes, indeed.
Hmm.
And
See,
we can't wait to have you here in
Indeed.
Chicago. Dayton to Chicago, coming through on the 11th and the 13th here in Chicago, July. So that's just next week. It seems like June just flew past us, and here we are at the 4th of July this week. I hope you guys stay safe out there. Enjoy your time. We're gonna play Energy Up to close this session, and then maybe one more just to throw it in to give people kind of an idea of what to expect from Luv Locz. I'm really excited, and thank you for expanding about the name too. I love the idea of the hair. I didn't even put that together. That's a whole other part that is really cool and inventive. You can tell you guys care about this project. So thank you to all of you for coming on, Phil, Matthieû, and Jayvez. We really appreciate you.
thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having us.
Definitely.
Anytime, anytime. I hope to see you guys next weekend. Do that again, Jayvez. It cut out. Do it.
See you soon, Chicago.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Safe travels. Enjoy your holiday weekend, all right?
Up there.
You too.
Thanks, guys. See you soon. It's WZRD Chicago 88.3 FM, The Wizard, Chicago's home for freeform since 1970.